Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my review for WWE 205 Live for June 18th, 2019. And we have the commentary team of Aiden English, Tom Phillips, and Nigel McGuinness. Tom Phillips was filling in on commentary this week. I actually thought he did a really good job of commentary. I usually crap on him, but he's kind of showed, like, when, he's not as micromanaged, he can actually do some good commentary, so I thought he did good. And it opens up with a little intro video package with Drake Maverick narrating it, and you can see that this was clearly taped before SmackDown because obviously he had won the 24/7 championship, and he didn't really talk about that much. But he announces that he finally has made a final decision on the state of the Cruiserweight Championship match at Stomping Grounds. He said that, since Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak both pinned their shoulders down in the mat, so they announced that it's going to be a triple threat match at WWE Stomping Grounds between Akira Tozawa, Tony Nese, and Drew Gulak. Really excited about that match. I think they could put on a clinic. Please don't put that on the kickoff show. I haven't looked at the card yet. Hopefully it's not on the kickoff show. Because this could really steal the show at Stomping Grounds. I think it will steal the show. I think it's going to be the best match on the show. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'm actually really excited about that match. It's probably the match I'm looking forward to the most at Stomping Grounds. And then he kind of proceeds to run down the rest of the show and the rest of the matches and kind of goes over the programs and feuds and stuff for the show. We had the first match on the show. It was Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado with Kalisto ringside versus the Sin Brothers. I thought this match was good. There was a lot of botches in this match, which kind of hurt the match a little bit. But I thought overall this match was good. Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik do some nice double team tag team moves on the Sin Brothers. They do a wheelbarrow senton and then a splash right afterwards, which was cool. But then eventually the Sin Brothers get the heat on, and they actually Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado botched a moonsault combination, which kind of sucked. But then eventually the Sin Brothers start to get the heat on Lince Dorado. They cheap shot Grand Metalik, preventing Lince Dorado from getting the tag, and they hit a super kick leg sweep combination on Lince Dorado, which looked cool, and Lince Dorado kicked out of it. He had a golden rewind, which he fucked up. And then Grand Metalik gets the hot tag on one of the Sin Brothers. He starts going off on him. He hit a really cool high cross body on the outside, and Lince Dorado tagged himself in, hit a shooting star press, but one of the other Sin Brother kicked out of it. And then eventually, Grand Metalik gets taken on the outside, and one of the Sin Brothers grabs the pinata. He tears it apart, and Kalisto gets upset about this. So he uses this distraction to roll up Lince Dorado, and the Sin Brothers get the win. Makes sense, because if they want to continue this feud, I'm all for that. I think what's going to happen is they're going to do a Tornado tag team match as the blow-off feud or an elimination. I do Tornado, but I really like this. I thought it was good. But yeah, I thought it had a lot of botches in this match. Like there was a spot I forgot to mention where Grand Metalik went to do an arm drag from the ropes and hit a drop kick. But one of the Sin Brothers didn't fall down after the arm drag, and then there was another spot in this match where Grand Metalik went for the missile drop kick, but the Sin Brother went down on the floor, so he had to position himself into the elbow drop. So a lot of botches in this match, but I thought they worked around enough to produce a good match. But yeah, I thought it was good. And then Noam Dar is backstage, and he's making up that he's in Hawaii, because he has an injury, and he said that he refuses to come back to 205 Live until Drake Maverick makes it safe work conditions. But then we see that the Brian Kendrick, and we know that the Brian Kendrick's at the arena because we saw him on SmackDown Live earlier in the show. Noam Dar's upset because, the Brian Kendrick just gave away a scam. So I actually like how they kind of went along with it. Like the Brian Kendrick pretended he was actually in Hawaii, and he says I got to get to my match because it starts in 2 minutes, and I got to get to my private jet, and he can't find his code and stuff. And it was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I laughed. And I think this is going to lead to a future feud between Noam Dar and the Brian Kendrick. So I liked it. Then we had the Brian Kendrick versus Russ Taylor. I believe Russ Taylor wrestled on Raw, but I might be mistaken. Um, and Russ Taylor gets a cheap shot in. This pisses the Brian Kendrick off, and he kicks his ass and hits the sliced bread on him for the win. And then that was pretty much that. I thought this was a nice way to get the Brian Kendrick to get a win because he hasn't really had one in a while, so I enjoyed it. Then Gentleman Jack Gallagher gets interviewed, and he talks about how recently he's been in a little bit of a slump as of late. You know, he talks about how he lost to Chad Gable last week, and he says that him and Chad Gable have unfinished business. So I wonder if that means we're going to see Chad Gable again at some point. I guess he's not on the roster. He was just like a wild card rule. But I really wish they would put Chad Gable on the roster, but that's neither here nor there. And then the Kanellises walk up, and Mike Kanellis talks about how Gentleman Jack Gallagher's dead weight, and it's people like him that force higher management to ask them to stay with the company. And I thought that was a nice reference right there because, Gentleman, they recently just signed new contracts, and there was talk that they were going to leave, so I thought it was a nice way to work that in there. And Mike Kanellis says that, it's people like him that make the brand a joke, and people like Drake Maverick trying to more focus on winning the 24/7 title than running his own show because he left the arena before the show even started. So Gentleman Jack Gallagher says that he's been in a slump lately, but he challenges Mike Kanellis to a match, and Mike Kanellis accepts, and then that was that. I really like this though. I think Mike Kanellis is kind of the best promos that he's had since he's joined WWE, and I really enjoy his gimmick because I just saw Battleground 2017, and he's just so much better now, in such a better place. So I really enjoyed this, and yeah, I love it. I like to like Mike Kanellis is the one that can really cut the promos more. That's more shine on Mike Kanellis than Maria Kanellis, so I enjoy that. Then we had the main event match on the show. It was Alia Daivari versus Orny Lorcan. And Orny Lorcan just, immediately starts off by hitting an uppercut right on Alia Daivari before he can even take his ring coat off. And he beats the crap out of him. He hits a drop kick onto him, a suplex. Alia Daivari tries to escape a handful of times, but he's unable to do so. Eventually, though, Alia Daivari gets the advantage. He tries to get the advantage several times, but Orny Lorcan continues to kick his ass. He hits a super kick first, but it doesn't work. Then eventually hits an arm breaker from the top rope, the top turnbuckle, and really works over the right arm of Orny Lorcan, just doing arm bars, $1 million dreams and such. He hits a superplex from the top rope, a sit-out slam. But then eventually Orny Lorcan starts him on a comeback. He beats the crap out of Alia Daivari. He hits a wicked dive on the outside, but then Alia Daivari grabs a steel chair, hits Orny Lorcan in the ribs with it, bounces him off head first off the announce table, throws him over the announce table, attacks him on the announce table, throws him into the steps, throws him into the Titantron, and then he hits the Hammerlock clothesline onto him, and then that was that. I like this. I thought this was a nice way to continue the program, and I think what's going to happen is we're going to have either a Falls Count Anywhere or no DQ match between these two, and Orny Lorcan will end up getting the win. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that. And then we had the ending where each guy's in the triple threat match cut promos. Tony Nese talks about how when he originally started out in the cruiserweight division, it wasn't anything to brag about, but eventually he got better, and he talks about how he's never defended his title in a triple threat match, and a lot of people are starting to doubt him, and he tells them to kiss his ass pretty much because he went into WrestleMania. A lot of people said the same thing when he was going for the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania. Akira Tozawa says that, Tony Nese is good. Drew Gulak's ruthless, but he's tenacious or something like that. And he says that he's going to win the triple threat match and become a two-time Cruiserweight champion. And Drew Gulak talks about how he's become more ruthless now, and he's been wanting to, make 205 Live a better place, but he realized that that's he's unable to do so. And he said that he's really just going to make a better Drew Gulak, and he's going to become champion. And that was pretty much the promo. I really enjoyed this, though. I really enjoyed Drew Gulak's promo more than anybody else's. And yeah, I really can't wait to see what happens with the Cruiserweight title match. But I actually thought this was a great show. I don't think it was like an awesome show by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought it was a great show. I'm going to give it a B+. I thought it built nicely to the Cruiserweight title match. I thought we had some two good matches on the show. I like Noam Dar's new gimmick, and I like how it set up a match for next week between Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Mike Kanellis. So I enjoyed this show. I'll give it a B+. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell so every time I upload a video, you guys get the notifications for it. And make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM brothers and all the Talking to the YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.